I want to talk about what a client-centric website should look like, what kind of features should it have, and ultimately, how do you get to the end goal of creating a website for your client?
And I think this is going to depend a lot on what kind of practice area you have. So a personal injury lawyer is going to have a very different goal with his website than what I have, because I think most of those guys really depend on their websites to draw a lot of traffic, to have the right keywords and all the things you need to do so that you rank high on Google. And like when people are looking, they find you and not somebody else. Whereas our clients is a little bit different. I'm not depending on my website, the firm website, to bring in a bunch of traffic. But what I do want from it is that when clients or potential clients go look at it, they can look and see that I understand what your problems are, and I'm capable of handling those for you. Because a lot of law firm websites, when you go to them and when you click on an attorney's bio page, it says, and we've already talked about the sense of self-importance that so many lawyers have, but what it says is, look at these schools that I went to and these degrees that I have, and my GPA was really awesome, and I did all these things in law school. And that doesn't tell the client anything. Like, that's not helpful. That doesn't tell them that you have identified their problem and what they need and that you're capable of resolving it. And so I think that a good profile page would say, like, here's what it's like to work for me. Here's what you can expect from me during the course of our relationship and how I want us to work together and resolve your problem. And here are the types of practices that I have, and these are the areas that I have expertise. And maybe it directs it to another page where you talk more specifically about those things. But it just gives the client a sense of understanding of like who you are and what it's like, and they can decide, do I like you well enough to contact you or reach out to you? And it also establishes a level of trust, because one of the things that you can do, one of the reasons that I started my law blog, is to establish my expertise in a public space. And so that when they look me up and they see, here are all the topics that I've written about that are relevant to the problems they're experiencing, they can know before they ever contact me that I am at minimum competent to talk about those things, and that I have an expertise in that area. Because when people see that you've written about it, they automatically assume that you have expertise, unless it's like clearly facially wrong. But before they ever contact me, they have an opportunity to learn about who I am. And I have a podcast in addition to the books that if people go listen to it, like, my personality will come out in that, and they can decide, like, okay, that's somebody I like or don't like, as it happens, whichever it is. He's talking about things that matter to me. And so I think that I can trust him with my business. And so, like, that's the whole thing. That's what a website needs to do, is establish some personality and expertise and your ability to identify and resolve their problems to give them confidence to call you. Because if you don't do those things, they're going to go to somebody else.